man, players like Hen have really been on their come up. Obviously, lately, the talk, we've been really giving a lot of, I guess, attention to someone like Vidal, who's just on this upwards trajectory. Again, players that have always been good, but just something about lately that practice is really showing through, and they're becoming a top tier talent and face of the EU community.
Yeah, greatly said. And I think what's more exciting about like going into 2020 is that there's just more opportunity for more people to arise, just in the same fashion as, you know, a player like Vidal or a player like Hen. Weapon here in the hands of Snazy. He's been using it a bit, showing it off. Hasn't been able to connect with any snipes yet, but like a lot of new changes, like a lot of new features. Obviously, we have rifts now back in the game, which are playing a really key part in end games and how successful people can be. We have this mythical sniper now as well. And like we said in the pre-show, right, there is no, you know, Stark where you can just sort of land, get 15 eliminations off the bat, and then like the rest of your game is just standard stuff, almost like you're playing an arena game. Nice shot there.
These shots are connecting. Oh my gosh, he's on 2 for 2 now, back to back. I know at the start we said we didn't see him hitting anything massive, but there you go. Those headshots really putting players down. But to get back to like just the state of where the competition lies. Oh my gosh, another one. Yes, keep it going, Snazy. Thank you for the very, very good gameplay. Much more interesting, the battles, because not many people are running around with this, you know, power shotgun and bailing themselves out the way the previous season was.
Yeah, most definitely. I think, you know, everybody loves pumps, but, you know, in terms of like the way the shotgun meta plays out now, like I think things are probably a lot more balanced. Like you said, you know, purple pump last season, like upgraded pumps, they almost became a win condition in the sense of, you know, you had one, you can sort of bail yourself out in the end game. Now, you know, the skill gap is almost increased in a way. Like it's a lot more impressive seeing like pump plays in the end game now with the charge. And so, although it may not be popular opinion, it's one I definitely agree with you on. And so it'll be interesting to see how like that actually, like what pros are opting to use, right? I think last time we had this similar shotgun meta, it was almost like people picking between the charge and attack, and at times like attack was more favorable in the lower variants because they were just a lot more common. But now, like with less of these upgraded attacks available, they're going to be so much more important, right? Like the players who have those are going to be incredibly scary.
Ooh,
Snazy's
going hard right now. Man, the connection rate is looking crazy right here with this sniper rifle. This Mandalorian mythic sniper is just, first of all, we're seeing the damage that it can do. 110 to the body at this late in the stage with how much they're connecting. I mean, these guys don't stand a chance.
You see, he's just gonna keep on applying pressure. Standard stuff, right? Like we've not even really discussed Snazy as a player. Snazy is an amazing player, right? If you don't know much about Snazy, he resides over in France, and he is a very experienced competitive player. He's, you know, known for a rivalry with Thomas HD, who's also a great sniper, coincidentally. And so I think maybe their rivalries inspired Snazy to sort of match Thomas's sniping ability.
And I will say, Snazy in particular is like so decorated, right? He was one of the few players who was able to perform on West and East Dreamhack from EU region and perform extremely high. I believe coming into the original iterations of when Dreamhack was being announced, Snazy was the one who finished with a top 5 and a top 3 in the same day. Like you're talking EU right into NA East. And yeah, one of the few to ever do that, cross-regional kind of big performances like this. And take a look here. We talked about a 38 elimination probably being the cap we'll see off the rip. They nearly drop a 40 elimination game. That's going to be 39 just to kick things off. So quite a treat for us here.
Big expectations from these guys. I know they'll be wanting to finish out the year strong.
That reminds me, like there was a time when I believe Golden Boy once said, hey, listen, you know, if the only thing someone has to complain about by the time your cast is over is you pronounce the name wrong, like you're doing great. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same for like the Fortnite players, right? If the only thing they got to say is you didn't win every game, don't worry about it. You guys are doing, you know what I mean? Like it's because of how, again, high of a standard.
And so, you know, these guys are going to probably try to delay as long as they possibly can. And I think there's a lot of like things in the game right now that allow you to do that, right? Obviously, sand tunneling allows you to move away rather quickly. Obviously, you have rifts now as well that come via fishing, shockwaves. And so players are able to prolong and delay fights for very, very long. These guys haven't been able to delay this one for much longer because one player goes down. And
I was going to say, what in the world? There's a whole team outside, but it's these guys, they actually spawn here. What we just watched was also one of those instances where, like, when a team is still mechanically adept, right, and actually just mechanically ahead. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was infamous for doing so. Obviously,
and
on
look, and
NAEs.
people say I don't know Fortnite.
Bro, like you said, man, they'll say whatever they need to say.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
So,
but that's what I mean, right? So like this area, like I just forgot how much of a point of the story, right, that played out here. And obviously on NA it was right, Zate. This was like the Zate and Saf location. This was the Mitra location. So this Lazy Lake area, and it has a lot of chests. It has a lot of chests here. It's actually a lot stronger than people realize.
Yeah, this place is great. I'm really interested to see like how split drops play out here. I think if anybody is paying attention to the Twitterverse, right, Aqua at the beginning of the season did one of them screenshots, and he's like claiming this whole area. Like he just highlighted the whole of like this 0 point area and said landing here. And so that alone should let you know that it's a strong POI. When you have the first day of the season, you got one of the best players in Fortnite history saying.
But we talked about it here. New squads getting together. Thomas HD, Tayson for the EU, right? Now we're seeing Hen and Aqua. Let's see how they can pair up. I'm sure there's a bunch of other teams filling in with one another, just kind of testing the waters here.
It's interesting you mentioned Miro, right? Because along with that poll that I did the other day, I asked the EU.
Yeah, he was in there.
Think is the best? Yeah,
so
surprisingly, right? There, I can say like there was an EU pro that said they.
But you know what? There's some of these other top dogs that can hold their own as well. I mean, he's becoming more and more scary, and it's showing on the standings. That's really what you want it to reflect.
Yeah, and you can see here, Punisher. Did you know he's been around for a long time competing? Very experienced, a veteran player by that means. Unfortunately, though, gets taken out, and he's going to be down and out for the count for the rest of this game. But his teammate Justice will be able to continue on in his honor and try and clutch out some more points out of this. Right, they haven't had the most eliminations so far this game. Oh,
right,
so like he won the game. Oh yeah, so
yeah. So there was a very limited amount of rounds, and if you took a win, then you were like, you were gonna get signed. Like period. Like we were like, yo, sign this guy. He's nuts. He want to get. You know what I mean? So there was that, and then there was another. Oh man, like right after that, you had like the Microsoft events popping up in person, and that's when Ghost Gaming and like their squad was at the top, and they were hitting all those Thwifo, showing up to those little mini LAN events, like the early days, right?
Nudes, like way back in the day. Yeah, that's crazy. You can see now, Justice done a great job. We went off on a tangent there through Fortnite memory lane, which can be very fun to do, trust me. But in the meantime, Justice has actually put himself in a position to clutch this one out.
Clutching up.
Yeah, he's doing great so far. Just chilling on height, applying pressure to the players below, and now he is that player below in the 1v1 to finish out this game. Can he hit the crucial shots? Will he get the time to use a shield? Yeah, this is going to be great. If he can get these minis off, even the big, it really, sort of allows him to possibly secure this one. Looking to hit the shots. That player has no more builds. So he needs to try win this out. He's tanking zone, but hits the shots to connect for the victory royale. Great. Yeah. We'll
see though. Rift to Goes being popped here again changes the dynamic of Fortnite in the end game. Shockwaves not being as dominant as they used to be, but still very much dominant. Let's not get too far off here. Let's look at this pressure game here. Ooh, the connection left and right. How many elims is this already? They're about to hit double digits. Not too bad being this late into the competition. This is going to propel them upwards for sure, get them more closer to those stacked lobbies.
Yeah, and you saw like earlier they were playing a lot tighter, right? Sort of making sure that there are no mistakes made. And now as the lobby thins out, everything a lot more loose. They're a lot more comfortable, and they've been in that position many a time. A bit of control, just allow himself to use the mini he has available to him. The health isn't ideal, and so you might need to be a bit more careful with this one. Looking to shockwave up to rejoin his teammate on height. The battle for height.
It works.
Yeah, perfectly as well. And now finishing that off the Siphon's going to be huge. And now they control the high ground. They have the position they needed to win out this game.
He comes all the way down, even at the expense of fall damage. He wants it here. Remember, he still has this tack in hand as well, so he can really take any kind of fight he desires here. I don't think the Dragon's fully loaded, so the free shockwave, the tags in the air. What a clean way to win that one out there, Left.
Scruffing it out here towards Lazy Lake. You got some action in store.
Taking the storm fight too. I think it's in a 2-tick here. This is It's a big commitment, big gamble. No, it's that Nyrox,
No.
man.
Who's Nyrox playing with? I do wonder. And the minis come out now. He has the time to do so. He picked up the RPG, only one rocket though. So that's gonna have to be used incredibly wisely. And now looking to sand tunnel in again. It worked out so well for him. I think he's hoping that as the game progresses, things get hectic above him. He's done so well to stay up till now. And I believe he did maybe get that shot. Yep, he did. And so the refreshes, the siphons coming in are going to be crucial in his chances. And now even more rockets to add to the total. Looking to take height, he wasn't able to. You see it.
They're on the bubble, Levin. Like, they need these elims. So that's such a quick turnaround. And with enough time to possibly get this next lobby going, like, this is perfect.
Yeah, and he's actually going to pick Browner up so that they continue about the key together. And look, the keys are closing in 9 minutes, so I'm gonna have to just drag this one out just that bit longer. Not many players left anyway.
Oh, I wish he popped that slurpfish before he went for this. Oh my gosh, the quick 113, the instant delete. That player's out the lobby now. He might just be looking for a disengage. Second guesses it though. It seems like now he might have a little more opportunity. What a play.
Is he going to be able to hit in time? It doesn't seem like it. He might have to hit another big shot. Opting to just shockwave out. I respect it. But the players continue additional aggression. He's had the benefit of being able to fight a couple solos here, but it does seem now as he's scurrying away that he is fighting a duo of some sorts, which obviously makes things a lot more difficult, but I wouldn't put it behind him to be able to clutch up here.
Oh man, it's just one team after another. Luckily for him, he does still have a fair amount of maintaining of material here. The piece control is just better. No, missed one shotgun shot short. Actually winning that engagement there. 280+ hits.
And there you have it, the reigning champs from November, Vidil and Noah O'Reilly, 751 points. They got 3 victory royales. Also, the only European team between November and December to break into 103 eliminations. Look at that, 515 points.